Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill announces his return to the Chiefs. It's official. Tyreek Hill has confirmed he's coming back to Kansas City. The Cheetah is returning to his legendary roots, reuniting with his former team where he became a household name and helped build a dynasty. This is an incredible development that has the entire NFL world buzzing and Chiefs kingdom absolutely ecstatic. The fans, the players, the coaches, everyone is thrilled to welcome Tyreek back home. With his blazing speed, unmatched explosiveness, and deep connection with Patrick Mahomes, Hill's return instantly boosts the Chiefs back into Super Bowl favorite territory. The old magic is back, and this time, they're aiming even higher. The legend returns. The dynasty continues. Hey there, Chiefs Kingdom, let me ask you something right off the bat. Have you ever wondered how some unknown players go from walking onto a practice field to holding a Super Bowl ring? Well, today we're diving into the very beginning of that journey. It's called the Local Pro Day, and for the Kansas City Chiefs, it's more than just a workout session. It's a tradition. Every year, just a few weeks before the NFL draft, the Chiefs open their doors at the University of Kansas Health System training facility to welcome a group of local prospects. We're talking about players who either went to high school in the KC Metro or played college ball within a certain radius of Arrowhead. Some of these guys are flying under the radar. Others, they might just be the next big surprise. But here's the thing. You won't see every invited player actually working out. For some, it's just a chance to meet the coaching staff, shake hands with scouts, and maybe even catch the eye of general manager Brett Veach. And if you know anything about Veach, you know this man loves to keep it local. He believes in building from the ground up, nurturing talent that's grown right here in our own backyard. It's smart, it's personal, and yeah, it's worked. Think about it. Why spend a draft pick on a gamble when you can get a close-up look at someone who's hungry, who already understands what it means to wear red and gold, and who might cost you nothing more than an undrafted free agent deal? Do you think it's a smart move to invest in local talent? I've pinned a poll in the comments section. Go vote now, and while you're there, let's talk. Would you rather the Chiefs use their late-round picks on national prospects or give these local guys a shot? Stick with me, because up next, we're diving into who exactly qualifies as a local prospect and why that label might matter more than you think. What is it into the details? What does it actually mean to be a local prospect for the Kansas City Chiefs? It's not just about where a player lives today. It's about where they came from. To qualify for the Local Pro Day, a player needs to check one of two boxes. They attended high school in the Kansas City metropolitan area, or they played college football at a university within a set distance from the Chiefs facility. That means guys from schools like Missouri, Kansas, Kansas State, and even smaller programs in the region get a shot. It's a wide enough net to catch some legit talent, but focused enough that the team can really zero in on players with regional roots. And let's be honest, those roots matter. These athletes already understand the culture here. They know the community, and most importantly, they know what it means to represent Chiefs Kingdom. Here's where it gets interesting. Not all of these players are projected to be drafted. Some will hear their names called on draft weekend. Others, they're just hoping for a shot. For many, the Local Pro Day is the opportunity to prove they belong, even if it's just enough to earn a rookie minicamp invite or sneak onto the roster as an undrafted free agent. And don't underestimate that path. History has shown that undrafted guys can absolutely make it big here. Just look at tight end Garrett Prince and cornerback Ego Boydu. Both showed up to a Local Pro Day, took their shot, and guess what? They're now Super Bowl champions. That's not just a feel-good story. That's proof the system works. So now I want to hear from you. Remember any other local players who made a name for themselves with the Chiefs? Drop a comment and tell me your favorite underdog story. Let's give those guys their flowers. Coming up next, we'll connect the dots between this event and the bigger picture, how the Local Pro Day can actually influence the draft board, shape the future of the team, and even impact the final 53-man roster. So now that you know who these local guys are and how they get on the Chiefs' radar, let's talk about the bigger picture, why this day actually matters in shaping the team's future. Most fans look at the NFL draft as the main event. And yeah, it's huge. But what happens before the draft can be just as important. That's where the Local Pro Day comes in. It gives the Chiefs a front row seat to evaluate guys who might not be getting national media buzz, but who could absolutely contribute at the next level. Here's the secret sauce. It's all about value. Bringing in local talent means the team gets an extended look without spending precious draft capital, that 7th round pick, the one that usually feels like a coin toss. The Chiefs might not even need to use it. Instead, they get to see how these local players move, how they respond to coaching, how they carry themselves, and maybe offer them a deal after the draft as undrafted free agents. It's smart. It's strategic. and it just might uncover the next breakout star in red and gold. And from a team culture standpoint, you're adding players who grew up with the same love for the Chiefs as the fans in the stands. Guys who don't need a lesson on what it means to bleed red and gold, they already do. Now, think about players like Isaiah Pacheco. Sure, he didn't come from the local pro day specifically, but he's the perfect example of a late round or under the radar guy who turned into a core piece of this team. Can the next Pacheco come from right here in Kansas City? That's the kind of upside Brett Veach and Andy Reid are always hunting for. And this isn't just a Chiefs thing. Other top-tier organizations, like the Ravens, Steelers, and Patriots, also host local pro days for the exact same reason, to find high-character guys close to home who just need a foot in the door. So what do you think? Could one of this year's local prospects turn into the next Pacheco? Let me know in the comments, and if you've got a favorite position the Chiefs should target, drop that too. Next up, let's look ahead to the 2025 Kansas City Chiefs Local Pro Day. This year's event takes place on Monday, April 7th, and it's already shaping up to be another key moment in the team's pre-draft process. Now, I'll be real with you, we don't have the full list of invitees yet, but every year this event draws a solid mix. Some names you'll recognize from local college headlines, others might feel like total unknowns, but don't let that fool you. These are the types of players who can make an impression fast. Think about it. One field, one day, one shot to turn heads. The Chiefs staff will be watching closely, and they're looking for more than just physical talent. Yeah, the 40 times, the drills, and the footwork all matter, but what really catches Brett Veach's eye, attitude, work ethic, football IQ. Are you coachable? Do you bring intensity without losing discipline? Can you walk into a room and look like you belong in the NFL? Those are the traits that turn a long shot into a serious contender. And don't sleep on the small school guys either. Some of the most memorable names in recent team history came from programs that don't get much national TV time. The Chiefs have a reputation for uncovering diamonds in the rough, and this event is where that magic begins. What position do you think the Chiefs need to focus on most at this year's Pro Day? Should we be watching the corners, the offensive line, maybe a surprise wide receiver or tight end? Drop your thoughts in the comments and vote in our poll. I'll be highlighting some of your picks in an upcoming video. And don't worry, we'll keep you posted right here on the channel as soon as the full invite list drops. Who knows? You might hear the name of a future star before anyone else sees it coming. Now let's wrap it up with this. What happens after the local pro day lights go out for some of these prospects? It's just the beginning. If they make a strong impression, the next step could be an invitation to rookie minicamp in May. That's when the Chiefs start narrowing down the field, figuring out who's got what it takes to wear the jersey for real. From there, it's a grind. A few may get signed as undrafted free agents. A few might be brought back for more workouts. And some, they may not hear from the team again. But that one day on the field, it can spark the kind of opportunity that changes everything. And we've seen it happen. Remember, Boydu, he went from local invite to full-on contributor with a Super Bowl ring to his name. The path is narrow, but it's real. And for some of these young guys, the dream is right there in front of them. So here's my last question for you today. Would you follow the journey of one of these underdogs if we turned it into a series here on the channel from pro day to training camp to maybe it's a regular season? If that's something you'd want to see, smash that like button and drop a yes in the comments. Let's see who's riding with these future stars from day one. And hey, don't go far. We've got more Chiefs coverage coming your way. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. The Kansas City Chiefs are making serious moves. Alec Pierce might be their next big target. Trade rumors are heating up, and Kansas City is quietly rebuilding its offense with or without Travis Kelce. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes is making headlines with what could be the most intense offseason of his career, and whispers are growing around Kelce's potential retirement, making the 2025 season a major turning point. Is Kansas City building for one last run with this core or preparing for a changing of the guard? Story 1. Alec Pierce trade rumors heating up. The latest buzz out of Kansas City revolves around Alec Pierce, and this one's gaining traction fast. Since Tyreek Hill's departure in 2022, the Chiefs have worked to fill the explosive void he left in their receiving core. Rashee Rice has flashed serious potential. Rookie Xavier Worthy adds promise. But that consistent deep threat speed, the kind that defined the Tyreek era, still hasn't returned. In response, Kansas City signed Marquise Hollywood Brown across 2 off seasons. But Brown turns 28 before week 1, and for a speed first receiver, age matters. That's where Alec Pierce enters the conversation. According to reports, the Chiefs are being floated as a landing spot for the 24-year-old Colts wideout, who's entering the final year of his rookie contract. The Colts have a crowded receiver room. Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, and Rookie Adonai Mitchell making Pierce potentially expendable. In 2024, Pierce averaged 22.3 yards per reception, finishing with 824 yards on just 37 catches. Over his first 2 seasons, he averaged 14.5 and 16.1 yards per catch. Elite numbers for a vertical threat. Insiders suggest Kansas City could be interested if the Colts are willing to deal. A mid-round pick might get it done. Indianapolis hasn't officially put him on the block, but they haven't shut the door either. There's logic behind the fit. Mahomes thrives with vertical threats. Pierce's size and speed let him stretch the field. Pair him with Rice's short yardage skills and Worthy's burst, and Mahomes could be looking at a complete arsenal. Even if Brown stays healthy, Pierce adds another layer. He wouldn't need to start on day one, but the upside is hard to ignore, especially for Brett Veach, who's never afraid to gamble on a cost-effective, high-upside talent. Bonus rumor. Dallas Goedert, another name surfaced, and this one raised eyebrows. Dallas Goedert, the Eagles' tight end. One Sports Illustrated piece suggested Kansas City as a potential trade partner. A deal could involve a 4th-round pick. Now, Goedert isn't a Kels replacement, but he could support the offense if Kels retires or starts seeing reduced snaps. Is it a long shot? Definitely. Cap space is tight, especially at tight end, and the Chiefs are already carrying heavy commitments. But the connection still makes sense. If Kansas City is preparing for life after Kels, Goedert offers immediate value and a smoother transition. That could explain why his name surfaced at all. Kansas City rarely leaks information, so when a name is circulating widely, insiders believe there's usually something to it. Big picture, speed wins in the AFC. The Chiefs may not land Pierce. They may not even make an offer, but they're thinking about it, and that's a shift in itself. Kansas City has long relied on internal development, but that's evolving. Speed is a premium asset in today's AFC arms race. So look around Baltimore, Cincinnati, Buffalo. Every major contender has at least one field stretcher. The Chiefs could be next, and if they make a move, it might happen sooner than expected. With the NFL draft just weeks away, every call, every rumor, and every possible fit matters more. Don't for Kansas City surprise fans last year with a midseason trade for Mecole Hardman. A similar move before training camp wouldn't shock anyone, especially if the front office sees a chance to boost Mahomes' toolbox without overpaying. No confirmation from either team yet, but sources close to the situation haven't denied the interest either. And that's what makes this moment different. The Chiefs don't move unless it makes sense. They don't gamble without a calculated risk. Alec Pierce fits that mold, aft, inexpensive, productive, and quietly available. Will Kansas City make a move before the draft? Will they hold off and hope Pierce hits the trade block later? Or will they stay put and continue to bet on homegrown development? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you like to see Alec Pierce in a Chiefs uniform? And what's the one position you think Kansas City still needs to address? And stick around. The second story drops next. What exactly is Patrick Mahomes doing after that Super Bowl loss? Let's just say he's not sitting still. Story 2, Patrick Mahomes is on a mission, Philadelphia. Vacation, not for Mahomes. According to sources close to the situation, Patrick Mahomes didn't take a break after the Super Bowl loss. He got right back to work. Throughout March and early April, Mahomes has been hosting private throwing sessions in Texas with several of his offensive teammates, among those attending Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Marquise. But this isn't just about staying in shape. Insiders say Mahomes has been reviewing every snap from the 2024 season, especially red zone struggles and postseason breakdowns. He's been dissecting pressure reads, pre-snap movement, and every third down throw from last year to eliminate inefficiencies. And that's just the film. Within the Chiefs facility, whispers say Mahomes is tweaking his footwork to create cleaner throwing lanes under pressure. He's adjusting his plant angle, tightening his release, and adding more velocity in tight windows. He's also working closely with quarterbacks coach David Girardi to simulate new defensive looks based on the Chiefs' 2025 opponents. This level of preparation isn't new for Mahomes, but coaches say the urgency feels different this time around, and it's not just physical. Mahomes is pushing for early chemistry with rookies and undrafted receivers, inviting them to workouts before phase 1 of the offseason program even began. Staff members confirmed this is the earliest he's ever initiated sessions with young players. Inside Arrowhead, teammates are calling him more vocal than ever, obsessed with timing and laser-focused on execution. Coaches say Mahomes is even leading walkthroughs on days when position coaches weren't scheduled to attend. The new Mahomes, physically, Mahomes has been busy too. Reports say he's added lean muscle without losing lateral quickness. His workouts have shifted focus. From agility to core balance drills and shoulder recovery, an answer to the wear and tear he felt late last season. Each year, Mahomes evolves. This year's version, structured, urgent, methodical. His deep ball is still elite, but sources say he's focused on cutting down risk in tight scoring situations. And if that holds true, this could be the most dangerous version of Mahomes we've ever seen. See you next the video.